Winless to world beaters the rest of year 3 at Clarence U. Is this going to be our best class ever? 5-1. How's the rest of our season going to shape out? Are we going to finally get over the hump and win the MAC? There's a lot at stake this week. I'm so excited to see what the rest of this season is going to look like. We're going to jump in. Let's take a look at what the team's been up to. We know we're 5-1, but how's that quarterback especially been performing? From what I've seen, he's been lighting it up, but let's see what the stats say 6 weeks in. Clarence U, we're coming for you. Let's go, baby. All right, 22nd in the nation, 5-1 on the year. As we talked about, we lost to Buffalo in our first loss in the MAC. We're 1-1 in conference after the win over Eastern Michigan, but we won at Temple and we won at home against UConn, a really close one there. But we got a lot on the line in these next few weeks before multiple buys, multiple buys upcoming. 5-1 though. Let's take a look especially at how the quarterback's been performing. And Williams Jr., a 68% completion percentage, almost 1,500 yards through his first 6 games, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Really, really efficient in the passing game. Exactly what we wanted, bringing him in. On the ground, Joe Jackson, 553 yards, 7 touchdowns, averaging almost 100 yards a game. That's impressive, almost 5 yards per carry. And then Williams also 171 yards, no touchdowns, but 4.6 yards per carry, really efficient out of the backfield. Receiving wise, Delgado, the tight end, we talked about that speed at tight end. He's got 5 touchdowns on the year, almost 300 receiving yards, 335 yards for Hoop. Not a lot to write home about anywhere else, but they've been balling out. And then defensively, any chaos on the defensive side, only 2 interceptions total for the team. Bakari Swain and Elijah Groves, who we expected to kind of be the linchpins of this defense. And then any sacks to write home about. Byron Scruggs, Warren Draft, Caleb Cormier. Yeah, I mean, it's a defensive front that's not really that exciting. We talked about this. The room is pretty thin. We're going to have players leaving. We're going to have to really build the defense back up. But statistically speaking, the offense delivering what we expect, and that's what 5-1 means. A lot of consistency. I mean, almost 70% completion percentage. You'll take that every damn day of the week at quarterback. I don't want to deprive everybody of any bit of action. We're not going to get through all of it and just miss every bit of it. And it's a rivalry game for us. I baked in this rivalry with Ball State. I felt like that was a fun one when we created this university. And Ball State's 6-2 this year, 4-0 in conference. On the road, we're going to step in here. We have the advantage in a big way. But let's step in for the moments and see how Williams Jr. in this offense can cook up against our rival, the Ball State Cardinals, of all people. It's not Buffalo, but it might be Buffalo when it comes to the conference title game. Let's try to get a big win here in the state of Indiana. 3rd and 7, we're stepping in for the first time today here in the first quarter in Ball State territory, trying to keep this drive alive. And the crosser is open. The crosser is wide open. It's Wysong. Can he make a move and get inside? Wysong to the end zone. Touchdown, Gooters. Every time I've stepped in, there's been 2 players delivering for us. It's been Joe Jackson in the backfield and Wysong in the receiving core. Unbelievable. A great start here. 40 yards on the touchdown. J.C. Wysong getting the Gooters on the board in this rivalry game. Tons of separation, makes a move, gets back inside, and all 3 Cardinals can't even come close to him. And that's the start you're looking for in a rivalry game, baby. Let's go. Back in on 3rd down, 3rd and 6 this time. Once again, in Ball State territory, they can't seem to stop us. And Wysong, once again, wide open here, dude. I'm just going to keep feeding. If he's going to be there, I'm going to hit him. Let's see if we can get this drive going anywhere. 3rd and 5 here. Gonna hit Jackson out of the backfield, and he's gonna pick up the first down. Enough speed coming out of the backfield. Jackson with a huge pickup there, and it's 2nd and 7 from the 19. We're in the red zone. Going up 2 scores here early on the road would be a massive, massive move for this Scooter offense. Wysong once again too fast. 23, Joe Jackson can't get the block deep, and you know what? That's fine. We're not upset about it. It's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense is moving. The offense is grooving. And this is all Williams. This is all Williams. It's too easy for him. Jab step. It's too easy for the Gooter offense right now. The defense getting the job done. The offense absolutely getting the job done. 14-0 Gooters. Ball State gets a field goal. We haven't seen the defense on the field once yet. 3rd and 6, 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Approaching midfield yet again. Jet touch pass. Jackson setting the edge. Wysong, can he get there? He's not fast enough. We'll take it. It's 1st and 10 from the 10 in the red zone once again. This offense is absolutely operating at such a high level right now. Out of the 2-minute warning, 19-yard line here. Trying to get something going. Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown! I didn't see the safety. I said wide open as I'm realizing the safety is standing. He's standing in the middle of the Ball State letters, and I'm still making the throw, and Micah Cypress saved my ass. The safety is there. Micah Cypress undercuts him just enough, gets quick enough on his route, and it's 21-3 Gooters. 3rd quarter, and we're back on offense. Once again, Ball State territory. 3rd and 2. Joe Jackson, what do you got? Another first down in his locker. 13 carries, 67 yards on the day for Jackson. And it's 3rd and 1 again here, this time on the edge of the red zone. Jackson, he's too good. The offensive line, honestly, they're doing their job every single time. I expect it from them. They deliver. And we're back in the red zone. It's 20-3. The Ball State fans, they're sticking around. Maybe not for long if this 4th quarter doesn't end up the way they want it to. Wysong's going to make a move here. It's an easy touchdown. There's nothing you can do there. There's literally nothing. I'm watching it in real time, and I'm thinking this is a car crash that you can't avoid, Ball State fans. Don't look away. It's happening. This is an absolute clobbering, and the best offensive showing that we've seen from the Gooters this season. This is exactly what you want in a rivalry game against a team in your conference that's playing well. This is what it means. Gooter boys stay hot. 4th and 7, let's go. We're on defense for the first time today. They're going for this. 6 minutes left in this one. Looking for a wide open tight end. And he's going to get in the end zone? I'm sorry? It's not worth a challenge, but can we get a replay on this one? You're telling me the ball crossed the plane there? Cameron Anthony? One, he's wide open. I mean, wide open. But he gets stood up at the goal. Can I get a pylon cam? 27-11, they go for it. Ball State back on offense, 4th and 10. Going for this now. 3:39 left. It's a 2-score ball game. And we're going to try to get a big stop. They're going to call roughing the passer. They're going to call roughing the passer. That's a clean hit. That's a clean hit, ref. Are you kidding me? A perfect timing user pick, and it means nothing because I'm getting a horseshit call. A roughing the passer call on Nicholas Clayton. And all of a sudden, it's 1st down, Ball State. Back in again, 4th and 20 this time. They've done absolutely nothing. You know what? Ball don't lie. And we're feeling good about this on defense. Just need to make sure they can't get a pickup. 25, why are you so deep? The longest defensive stand we've had to make all day, and they've been given bailouts twice in a row. 4th and 4, they're going for it here. 30 seconds left. This one's over, folks. Warm the cars up. It's time to go. And that's going to be I thought it would be a pick. It's going to be an incompletion. It's the slowest end to the rivalry game possible, but it's another win for the Gooters, up to 19th in the nation heading into this week. How far forward will we go with a win here? The Big B battle, as we call it. A big rivalry win. The first loss for Ball State in conference, which is good for us because we already lost to Buffalo. So this puts us back in pole position to be in the MAC championship game. 8-1 on the season. That's what we're looking for. No points in the 4th quarter. None needed. A pretty dominant showing from the Gooters. The 4th quarter, garbage time touchdowns, be whatever they may. I still don't think that tight end got in the end zone, by the way. But we won't think about it too much. On to the next, dude. 3rd time's the charm, but it's not Buffalo. Ball State in the MAC championship. We're back another time. Clarence U, 11th in the nation. We got as high as 9th on this journey. This team is absolutely balling out right now, and another chance at a MAC championship and potentially a spot in the college football playoff. What's to come for this team? But first, we have to focus on the MAC championship. 11-1, but as it stands, in the college football playoff bracket. We would face USC in the first round. What a matchup. Clarence U and USC. Tulane, 11-1 as well. Arizona State, 10-2. Nebraska's back as a powerhouse. And then Clemson, Michigan, Penn State, Texas. Pretty chalk when it comes to the powerhouse programs. And then let's talk about recruiting before we get into the MAC championship game. Our first big pickup was Frederick Scaife, the gem 3-star running back. We ended up picking up him, as well as Seth Trahan. It's been pretty light on the recruit front in regards to the signings, but we're at the top of the board for a lot of players that we're interested in, including Addison Garnes, who's a linebacker, David Mabane, who's also a linebacker. We did get Brendan Cook, another gem, George Ham, a 4-star corner, and Jason Ferris was that early commit. We're working on a few other 4-star pickups, including Neighbors, Brown, and Meredith, who have us number 1 on their boards. I want to stay ahead in the race there because I don't think we're going to sign them before the end of the season, but when the portal comes back around, if we're there at signing day, they're coming to Clarence U. Unfortunately, we lost Devin Moultrie at the last second to Pittsburgh, and we lost Rico Pope, the 4-star free safety, at the last second to Tulane, as well as Morris Pride to Michigan State. So thank you, Sparty, for stealing our player. But looking at our board, I'm pretty happy with what we have so far. I think the portal's still going to be huge for us. But our class is looking really nice. So let's get to the MAC championship. Ball State, I want to see how Buffalo finish their season, because if Ball State is in the title game, they pretty much balled out the rest of the season. Outside of that, yeah, 7-1 in conference. Buffalo's 21 in the nation, but they went 6-2 in the MAC. Ball State 9-3 as well, but 7-1 in conference. Their only loss to us, our only loss to Buffalo. So looking good going into the MAC championship game. Statistically speaking, let's check out our quarterback play especially. 2,800 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions for Williams Jr. Still an almost 70% completion percentage. Absolutely elite from him. 1,000 yards on the ground for Joe Jackson in his senior year. Incredible performance, 9 touchdowns. Williams only up to 277 yards. Hasn't been running the ball as much as of late. And then receiving-wise, Wysong up to 11 touchdowns. He's absolutely raced past Delgado. The jet touch pass has been a clinical move for the offense. I mean, that's how it was in season 1 for us. You know how much I love a jet touch pass, but pretty efficient offensively. And then defensively, I'm expecting about the same numbers that we saw previously. Odoms and Groves leading the way with 2 interceptions, 1 for Swain, Mixon, and Falk. And then when it comes to the sacks, 6 sacks for Warren Draft, 4 for Groves, 4 for Clayton, 3 for Scruggs, and 3 for Cormier, and then 1 for Marshawn Jefferson. So not bad defensively, not bad offensively. 11-1. I will see you at Ford Field once again for the MAC championship. Let's see if the Gooters can get over the damn hump. MAC championship time at Ford Field once again. We're taking over here in the first quarter, trying to see if we can get something going. It has not been friendly here at Ford Field for the Gooters. We're hoping we can make a change this year and finally get that elusive MAC championship. Williams is going to break out, and he's not going to escape the pocket. 2nd and 14. Nothing opened the way that I would have liked, and we're back up pretty deep here. Going to once again try to get Delgado in space. 3rd and 8. Don't want to end this drive as poorly as we did in the last couple appearances we've had. A hot start is exactly what we need if we're going to be competitive in these games. The MAC championship is not like a normal matchup, and I'm getting no time. And Johnny Williams is hurt. He can't even make a block, and now he's hurt, and it's 4th and 14, and we're punting in our first drive of the MAC championship. Let's hope that does not spell doom for the 3rd straight year in the MAC title game. I feel confident in this team and what we've been able to accomplish. We just need to get something going. We just need momentum. On defense now, 3rd and 13, 2:54 left in the first quarter. Ball State in our territory. This is that drive seemingly right after ours. Hoping that we can get a big stop here. Broken up. Huge stop, forcing the punt. 1:19, and they're bringing us back in. 3rd and 9. Can we get something? Williams escaping. He's got all day. Williams, can I stay in bounds? No depth perception. 1st and goal for the Gooters. He's been doing it all year. Joe Jackson, I'm sorry for what I said at the start of the season. I know this is your senior year. I know you want to deliver. Let's get on the board. Gooters up in the MAC championship game. Look at those uniforms. Have you seen any better? Oregon wishes they could look as good as Clarence does on the front of those Gooter uniforms. Gooter boys stay hot. We're up 7-0. 3rd and 6 at the 41-yard line. Second quarter now. Back on offense, trying to keep this drive alive. Wysong gets to the second level, gets near the red zone again, and we're back inside the 20, trying to get points on the board once again. 2-touchdown lead, just like we did at Ball State, would be huge, would absolutely give a little bit of breathing room, especially for this defense. And he's just wide open. There's no way you're touching him. Delgado finds the end zone yet again, and it's a 2-score lead in the MAC championship game. This is not last year's Gooters. This is not 2 years ago's Gooters. This is the Gooters of this year. Year 3 at Clarence U is different, and the defense continues to deliver. I talked about our defense being one of our weakest units, but here we are in the MAC title game, and the defense hasn't given up a single point yet.
Are you sure about that?
And here we are with Jackson trying to get to the second level, 50-yard line into Ball State territory once again. 1:24 left. Want to pick up the pace a bit. We do have all 3 timeouts, so that's nice. If 71 can hold his block, I'm going to get this throw out. Hit as I throw, and it's going absolutely nowhere. Look, there we are in the bracket. They're showing us. They're talking about us. They're saying, should we take these Gooters seriously? Is this the year where the MAC makes a statement in the college football playoff? I don't know. But we're going to damn sure find out as long as we can close this out. Williams definitely taking this on his own. Williams. Oh, my God. Forced out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Williams Jr. with 61 yards on the ground already, and the Gooters are back in business. Also, I spoke saying that Ball State hasn't done anything. They do have a field goal. This is basically carbon copy of our matchup at Ball State, and Wysong can't get to the end zone. 59 seconds left, and Ball State's taking a timeout. They want to try to get the ball back here with just a bit of time left. We're definitely going to try to get this back in the end zone with Jackson. And he's going to cut in and cut up, and he's going to get in. And that's a 3-score lead before the half at Ford Field. Look how blue this stadium is. They're feeling the energy that Clarence U is bringing to the table. This one is absolutely a dominant performance. This is what we needed. And I'm speaking, and I'm talking like it's just over. It's not. All of a sudden, it's a 21-13 game. Ball State gets a field goal. Ball State gets a touchdown, and we're back in on 3rd and 2 here, trying to get a first down. Jackson, get to the end zone, big fella. Let's go.
That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Ball State closing in, trying to make this competitive, and Joe Jackson putting the team on his back, saying, I'm done losing in the MAC championship game. I've done it every year that I have been here, and you are not going to make me do it again. What a cut to get through, and it's just that beautiful. 3 minutes from our first MAC championship, and they're going for it on 4th down, 4th and inches from their own 37. A stop here would be unbelievably huge. Can the Gooters make a stop defensively? He's open. No! And it's a massive pickup. No rush getting home. We're bringing pressure, and it's just not enough. But the defense is still doing their job, regardless of whether they're able to get big stops or not. 4th and 16 now. This is a lot to give up. And you got to pick that, Swain. Turnover on downs. This one's over. This ball game is over. For the first time in school history, the Gooters are champions of the MAC, and we're beating our rival 28-13. 12 wins yet again. But is the college football playoff going to keep us in the race? I don't know how they push us any further down. We went from 9 to 11, but we're still firmly in the hunt. Is that matchup with USC for real? Are we going up against the defending champions in the first round? I guess we're going to find out, but for the very first time in school history, that trophy's coming back to Clarence U. Joe Jackson in his senior season once again, putting the team on his back and making it look so easy, baby. I'll see you at Clarence U. Let's see if the playoffs are calling. MAC champions for the very first time. It's beautiful. Now, does it mean that we have a date with the college football playoff? At the current spot, we do. I want to see us in that official bracket. That's what we're looking for. Boyette reaching his top schools. We're still number 11 in the nation. Are we in the college football playoff? Nicholas Clayton, MAC Defensive Player of the Week. 3 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. The linebacker putting his team in a good position. And Joe Jackson, 16 carries, 135 yards in the MAC title game, including those 2 touchdowns. But what I want to know is, are we going to see ourselves in the playoffs for the first time? Is this team going to get put on a stage they've never seen before? Dom Tong's coming in, another recruit. Brian Song, another recruit. They saw the magic. They felt the magic. Addison Garnes, unfortunately, going to UCLA. Dalvin Meredith still looking at us. And we are still 11th in the nation. Are we going to the playoffs? That's what I want to know. Tell me the news. Christopher Vizina, 34 touchdowns, 4,100 yards, the Heisman Trophy winner for Clemson. And for the very first time, the Clarence U. Gooters are playing in the college football playoffs against Nebraska. Matt Rule and Nebraska are coming to play. Ooh, that's an exciting matchup. Let's go look at the bracket and see what we're looking at. As it stands, USC up to the 5 seed. So our matchup against the defending champs did not happen. But number 1 seed, Penn State. Look at that, Joe B. Clemson, Oklahoma, and Michigan. Then USC, Nebraska, Texas, Arizona State, us, and Notre Dame. Tulane also in a really fun bracket. So if we beat Nebraska, we face Oklahoma, a potential matchup with Clemson, Texas, or Arizona State, and then a title matchup against literally anybody on that side of the bracket, but Penn State or Michigan, Notre Dame or USC, Alabama, Tulane. Imagine Tulane and Clarence U in the national championship game. It's going to be an absolute electric factory. Early National Signing Day, like I said, our class pretty much not that deep signed yet. We got a couple of those signings in. We're still looking at 4 stars that I'm hoping to bring in. We've got them at the top of their board, but they have not confirmed yet. Losing Addison Garnes is a bummer. Still feel confident that we're going to be able to land Meredith and Brown and Sam Neighbors. That would be 3 more 4 stars. We already have a couple 4 stars signed. So it's a really exciting class. It's definitely going to be our best class possible. But there was still room to grow. I think the transfer portal is still going to be our best bet to really fill this room out, because we've got some guys, especially defensively, we're going to have positions we're going to have to replace once we see the damage after the season. But we're not focused on that right now. It's playoff time, baby. Our first college football playoff experience as a Gooter, and it comes against Nebraska. This is a big matchup, a big-time opportunity for us. How will we fare in our first ever taste of the college football playoff? It is an atmosphere that we are not exactly attuned with, but if there's anything this team has shown, it's that they are resilient and they are dominant when they are at their best. I am excited to see what this team can do. Let's just get into it, dude. Nebraska's never been here either, so this is a big moment for us and a first quarter drive to get a good start. The Nebraska fans are ready and hungry to get a win. Can we spoil the fun for them here? I'm going to be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. I wonder if our running game is going to be as potent as it's been previously. I'm not exactly sure if I'm expecting the same against a Big Ten opponent. But I am excited to see what this quarterback can do when he's got space. There's just nobody better. There's nobody better. Williams all the way into the red zone, 54 yards. That speed is electric. He is a dual threat who can do anything with his arm that he can also do with his legs. Oh my goodness, what an absolute rocket of a start. A huge pickup, and Jackson once again picking up a quick 6, getting us into position. But that's the danger. The read option becomes so nasty because you just expect Williams to do anything. And Jackson's going to be wide open here in the flat. I'm absolutely going his way. Spin move, Jackson. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. An incredible first drive here for the offense. Can we punch it in for 6? This Nebraska defensive front is absolutely nasty. Now, what I'm not expecting to work against this defensive pass rush with how fast they are is a touch pass. But You never know. So I'm going to see if Wysong here coming across. There's a flag on the offense, and Wysong's absolutely bagged. It's on the defense. It's going to be huge. Offside? Imagine lining up offside on a jet touch pass. We'll take 2nd and goal on the 3. With that, we're back to the run game. I still feel confident in this line. They've set the precedent all season long. I expect them to do their jobs. And it's an injury for the offensive line again. Cooper Young. I'm not feeling amazing about the run game against this Nebraska front. They have shown to be quick in the gaps. And we're going to run the speed option and pitch it outside. And Joe Jackson's going to score the first ever college football playoff touchdown. Gooters up on the road. Great first drive. Williams, that unbelievable rush set the tone. But we're expecting a lot from this team. They're 6th in the nation for a reason. On defense, instantaneously in our own red zone. End of the first quarter looming. I don't know if they're going to snap this football. They are. And it's a speed option. And it's going absolutely nowhere. Raiola, you are not Williams Jr. That's definitely not Raiola. But it is number 15 for Nebraska. So I don't know who's playing quarterback at this point in time. But he's going absolutely nowhere, and he's not pitching the ball. 2nd and 13 from the 22. A hold here. It is Raiola. Raiola's still at Nebraska in 2029. Get him out of bounds. 3rd and 9. Oh, my God. Raiola not out the door at Nebraska. He's leading them here to the playoff. You know what? That's fine. It's probably his senior season. Doing everything he can to try to will this team to a playoff win. And it's a huge stop for the Gooter defense. That's what we're looking for. Forcing a field goal. I'm going to be honest. If I'm Nebraska, I'm going for it here. You're at home. You have the crowd behind you. I'm not kicking that field goal. But for me and the Gooters, we're happy to give up only 3 points on that first drive. 1st and goal for Nebraska. We're back on defense. It's not looking good here with a minute left in the second quarter. Need to try to keep them out of the end zone here to keep us in this lead. But the back. Oh, what a play. Was that Warren? Oh, my God. What a play from the lineman. Oh, man. I think it might have been Graves. Absolutely saving a touchdown right there. This time, not going to happen. Nebraska's going to take the lead here late in the first half. And I don't think we're going to see the ball. Potentially 50 seconds left. Not a lot of time, only one time out. A field goal here would be absolutely huge going into the half because they do get the ball to start. But I don't really love our current setup here. 45 seconds left. 45 seconds left. We need to get the ball moving. Oh, God. No. Pass interference. Give me the PI. That's an uncatchable ball, but I'm taking it. I'm taking it, and we're moving it, dude. It also stops the clock, which is absolutely massive. 36 seconds left here in the first half. Accept that. I will take that every day of the week, sir. Jackson has not been able to get the run game going, but that does not mean a screen game's not going to work. Can Jackson get over here? No, absolutely not, dude. What is 91 a monster? A freak of nature. Just absolutely bagging it. James Pacheco. I need you to Pacheco fuck yourself, dude. You're killing me. And I just can't. I can't get the moment. 75. I need half a second. And that ball's coming out, and that's at least a first down. 30 seconds, 3rd and 10, 48-yard line. And there goes Hoop. And there goes Hoop. 23 seconds. I'm going to run up for this one. See if we can get a quick snap. Delgado going wide here towards the boundary. Just kidding. It's the back. And we'll take it out of bounds. We'll take it out of bounds. We still keep our timeout. And we're in field goal range. It's a 42-yard kick from here, so I don't really love it, but... Oh, God, dude. Hit the back. And call the timeout. 7 seconds. I think we just have to take the kick here. We need the points. This isn't an opportunity for us to get cute with this. We need to take the points, especially on the road. But we also need to make the damn kick, and that is what I'm concerned with. We have been known to miss a few kicks in our day. But not that one. Absolute beauty. All right, they're going to get the ball to start the second half, but it's a 10-10 ball game. Clean slate going in the second half. Injuries piling up. Defense not making it stand. Let's see what happens in the second half. There's a lot of football left. 3rd and 4. 2:20 left here in the third quarter, and we're back on offense. And I'm getting an illegal formation. I'm getting a false start. It's going to be 3rd and 9 from our own 47-yard line. Again, defense still doing their job. We're in this to win this. And I'm just going to try to hit hoop here. It's going nowhere. 4th and 8. We're going to be punting. Back again. Another 3rd down opportunity. 3rd and 8 from the 50 this time. Once again, we're getting the ball near midfield or in Nebraska territory. But we're just unable. Oh, Jackson! Oh, Jackson! Oh, Jackson! 4th and 3 from the 45. Nothing doing once again. And defensively, we're now coming back in. That's where we have 2 opportunities to pick up first downs, and we don't do it. And it's a 1st and 10 for Nebraska here. 10-10 ball game. Need a stop. Defense, what do you have in your locker? False start? Love to see it. Delay a game. Even worse, Raiola, what are you doing? You're a super senior. 1st and 15, 2:29 left in the fourth quarter. It all comes down to this. It's a run. And he's picking up at least 5. Only 4. I'm pretty sure he at least got 6 on that, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about the spot on the ball. It's like that Lions-Bears game from a few years ago where the player went down and then spotted the ball like 2 yards deeper than it was. This defensive front has not been able to make a stop, and it's 3rd and 1. This would be absolutely massive here. Need to find a way to get this ball back. Only down 3, but we're going to need an end-of-game drive either way. And it's going to be a stop. Huge from Bakari Swain, forcing a field goal. The Gooters are going to have a chance to win this game with a touchdown. That's exactly what you're looking for. 50 seconds left. We should have taken a timeout. 48 seconds, all 3 timeouts. This is what you want. This is the moment that you want. 45 seconds. What can you do? What do you have? What medal do you have right now in this moment? This is what it's all about. This is what you play for. You play to win the game. Cypress. 37 seconds. Only picking up 8 yards. We're going to have to get a bit deeper. Going to have to get a little bit weirder. And Williams is going to have to step up here. 33 seconds, 46-yard line. If anything, getting a field goal is exactly what we need. We don't want to get too cute with it and make too many simple mistakes and blow clock and then end up in a bad position. So being already near the space we want to be, I love this for us. And I love the tight end here because he's got so much speed. The speed at the tight end position is so unbelievably critical. Gets out of bounds, 28 seconds left, and we're in Nebraska territory. The hopes of a title are not dying here. And if you can set that block for Klein, and I just used our last timeout, what am I doing? What am I doing? Just get to the ball, man. We're going to have to play the smartest football of our lives here if we're going to be close in this game. 22 seconds, we're at the 34-yard line. And I'm finding Cypress. Down to the 14-yard line, 15 seconds. And I mess with the camera. Delgado out of bounds, 1st and goal at the 1. It's unbelievable. 5 seconds to run game. Has not delivered. Is this the scariest possible scenario for this team right now? It all comes down to this. I would not want this any other way. Joe Jackson, somebody that I said the running back room needed an overhaul. Can he deliver for this team right now? Touchdown, Gooters, and we're moving on. Joe Jackson, 1st and goal from the 1, the camera angle, the Delgado catch. It's just a magical drive the Nebraska fans cannot believe. This team from the MAC, where are they even at? That's none of your business. But what a win for the Gooters in the playoffs. We're moving on. Nebraska, we'll see you next year, buddy. Not you, Dylan Raiola. Get a job. What a win. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 2 touchdowns for Joe Jackson. Only 22 yards on the day, but when it mattered most, he delivered the run of all runs. 1 beautiful yard. And I'll see you in round 2. The Gooters are dancing on and have a date with Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. You're going to have to wait till next week to see that one. The playoff hopes are alive and well. This is the biggest matchup in school history. Our very first college football playoff win. Joe Jackson delivering when it mattered most. Will this be the magical season? Will this team in year 3 do the unthinkable? You're going to have to find out next time. I'll see you next week for Winless to World Beaters. Episode 6. I know the anticipation. We got to build it. We got to keep this thing going. It's beautiful. It's something beautiful. I'll see you guys next week. Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. Does the season end? Do we start our journey for year 4? Do we start focusing on the transfer? We're not thinking about it. Buffalo's in the rear view. The MAC championship's in the rear view. Nebraska's bitch ass in the rear view. Oklahoma sooner. I'll see you sooner than you think. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the love and the support on this series as always. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.